Yote! What's up, YouTube? It is your old pal Twos Joe here with another live stream of Twos, the best place to write things down, writethingsdown.com, an app that helps you remember things, get things off of your mind and into a trusted system with twosApp.com. I am co-founder, Twos Joe, and I'm here to share all of what makes us excited, how to use Twos, what's new about new Twos, and hopefully answer any questions about our process, our vision, our journey, our lives. I'm an open book, and I will make that abundantly clear on this live stream by taking you through my personal twosApp.com, everything that I have to share about the new build, everything about Twos that makes my life and your life that much easier, calmer, faster, smarter. And really, that is my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to help more people understand why this app changes my life every single day. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased, but what can I do other than be biased about a tool that I love so much and has been so impactful to, my each and every day. So once again, my name is Twos Joe. I am the co-founder of Twos. With a quick rundown, if this is your first time joining a live stream, if this is your first time learning about Twos, allow me to explain very quickly where we are in this journey, in this process. So for the past 4 to 5 years, we have had an app live in the market, and that is called Twos. Shocking, I know. Twos is an app and website that helps you remember anything, whether that be a reminder, to-do, event, recommendation, idea, anything, as quickly and easily and organized as possible. We are currently rebuilding Twos for many reasons, but the primary one is that we have been unfortunately bombarded with Android complications. The app has gotten a little bit slower. We have some design changes we want to make. We have some habit loop changes we want to make. The whole idea is that our goal is to build the best app possible. So we're taking all of our insights from the past 4 to 5 years and putting it into the new build, which is what I will be presenting to you today. So again, if this is your first time joining a live stream, if this is your first time ever hearing about Twos, if you want to use Twos right now, today, you can at twosApp.com on web or at twosApp.com/download to get Twos on any platform except for Android, because we are unfortunately blocked from Android. Last but not least, if you go to writethingsdown.com, that is the landing page for our new Twos rebuild, which is what I will be presenting to you today, and where you can join the wait list to be the first in line about the information related to the release, which I can confidently say is coming somewhat soon. What you can expect from this live stream is that we're going to walk through my Twos account. I'm going to tell you guys about the foundation of why Twos is so unique and valuable. We'll talk about the new features and experiences that are coming to the new build. We'll ask or answer any questions that you guys may have at home about how to make the most out of your Twos experience or why you should use Twos over any alternatives. And you'll get to know a lot more about me because I do the demo in my live account with all of the things that I've written down over the past 5 or 6 years. So without further ado, I'm going to switch over into the phone streaming system. But before I do, let me quickly make sure that everybody can hear me. Hi, Carl. Hi, Allie, here for some fun. I hope this is fun so far. If I can make it any more fun, feel free to let me know how. Hi, Renee. New things. Awesome. And okay, totally understand, Wayward Traveler. So I imagine that everyone can hear me. I imagine that you want me to go ahead and start sharing my screen so that I can show you guys what's new with new twos. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we are inside of new twos. Now, some little changes that we've made, but first and foremost, I'm just going to pretend as if this is everybody's first live stream. I recognize a lot of the commenters from live streams past, but allow me to set the foundation around what this is, what's going on, why twos matters, why we're still obsessed with it. It's very simple. When I graduated college, my father suggested that I buy notebooks to help organize my overactive mind. Now, what I didn't entirely understand is what was novel or unique about what he was telling me. Quite literally, I said to him, "Pops, I've been writing things down in notebooks for as long as I can remember." But he said, no, it's not about the notebook itself, it's about the process. You need to quickly write things down as soon as they pop in your mind so you have a trustworthy place for you to revisit those things when you need them. Now, who would have thunk that my dad would have been so wise at such a young age and I would attribute myself to notebooks so quick, so forcibly, so enjoyably? So quite literally what that looked like is I would open up my notebook, I would write these things down, whether they be to-dos, whether they be events, whether they be names, whether they be ideas, whether they be stand-up jokes. And soon enough, I had 4 notebooks filled with things that were just horribly disorganized, not very smart. And so that kind of posed a problem. But I didn't really have a solution at the time until I met my co-founder at a startup in Austin, Texas, and he actually introduced his side project to me called Twos as the best place to write things down. So quite literally, it almost felt like a moment of fate where Parker was right where I wouldn't have ever expected to meet him. I was in a deep need for a better system for writing things down. And so over the course of a couple of years and one move to Tampa together, we decided to come to Twos and work on it together. I wonder why that just happened. Pretend it didn't. So yeah, we began to work on Twos together full time. We now have gone through many, many iterations and many user studies and done everything that we can in order to build the best place to write things down. And so again, I apologize if this is the 18th time that you've heard this story, but it really kind of all comes around to one core point. Writing things down can and will change your life. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't take a long time. It shouldn't be disorganized. Writing things down is a tool that we've used for thousands and thousands of years, and I expect that we will continue to use for thousands of years in the future as well. So why don't I talk a little bit about what makes Twos unique in the writing things down environment, why it's so special, and how you can get the most use out of it. So first and foremost, we have updated the nav bar. So now we have our capture view, we have our today view, we have our remember view, and we have our world view. Let's go on those little by little. First and foremost, capture view. This is the quickest place to write new things down, right? So quite literally, whenever I have something that I want to quickly remember and capture, whether that be a recommendation, Telepizza, that's a restaurant here in Spain, whether that be a song, Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, or whether that be a TV show, Peaky Blinders. I don't know if you guys have seen Peaky Blinders, but it's a good show. So let's take a moment to pause here. You've noticed that the capture screen, which is what happens when you click this little eye, you learn more about the capture view. The capture view is designed to quickly capture thoughts, ideas, recommendations, to write things down as soon as they come to you, and then save them to your selected destination. So the things that I've captured here without a destination will go to my daily list. And you'll notice that not only by the toast that we first saw when I wrote the first thing down, but also by the little alert bubble here at the top of my daily list to indicate that you are adding things to your daily list. Now, let's say you don't want it to go on your daily list, and I'll explain the daily list in just a second. If you don't want a thing to go on a daily list, then you can add things to a different day or a different list, right? So you noticed here that I'm filtering down my lists by searching the word show. So if I now take this thing to the shows I want to watch list, it jumps into that list and not onto my day, which I will take just 10 seconds now to explain. Let's go and look at my daily list. Your daily list, today's list, is the quickest place for disorganized, random thoughts to quickly have a home. So obviously those relate to your reminders. They relate to your to-dos. They relate to random memories and random things that you want to write down. And also those things that I just captured on the capture view. Now again, today's list, AKA your inbox. Not only does your inbox connect to your calendar, not only does your inbox allow you to have reminders so that you can be notified of things, but it's also where you can have your unfinished to-dos carry over each day. It's just a good way to organize random thoughts because you don't need to create a new note or a new list for everything you want to write down. You just need a quick place to put it and get back to it. Telepizza, I'm interested why this didn't create a smart suggestion. So the most important thing about twos, guys, and obviously I know that I'm on a tangent, so I'll take a 30-second breather here to check the comments in just a second. But what I want to make abundantly clear is that the most important element of twos is things. These individual pieces of information that allow me to reorder things, to add things to certain lists, to select things, for example, right? So now I can edit individual things, I can complete individual things, I can share individual things, things. Individual pieces of your mind that you want to remember, whether they be to-dos, reminders, restaurants, recommendations, whatever it may be. And things have special powers. For example, the ability to use smart suggestions on things. Because twos recognizes that this is a restaurant, it'll help me go to Google Maps. Because twos recognizes that this is music, it'll help me open my preferred music destination. That is the benefit of things. That is the benefit of breaking these pieces of information down into individual pieces. And I think that's maybe a little bug, but you get the idea. You can quickly write things down as soon as they pop in your mind. And when there's a list that they appropriately go to, then you can organize things into that list. So I'm going to go to my shows to watch list. And you'll notice that as it loads, here are my top 3 shows that I'm most interested in cranking out. But then if I go to the bottom of my list, I will notice Peaky Blinders, which is the thing that I added to the capture view not just 10 seconds ago. I created that thing at 6:14, it's now 6:18. The whole idea is that that thing now goes on a list so that whenever I feel the need to get inspired to watch a new show, I not only have the ability to organize that thing into a categorized list, but I also have the ability to figure out where it is streaming. All right, so it's now a good time to take any questions, comments, thoughts, favorite shows that you want me to add to my list. Drop those comments now. And while you're here, if you're here, while you're hanging out, if you don't have a comment, feel free to like this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, feel free to post on social media about how much you hate Twos Joe and his zany antics. But yeah, let's take 5, check the live comments, and see if this is all making sense. If none of it's making sense, little by little. Let me do that now. Okay, hearing me well. Hi, Joe. Why should I use twos? Any over alternatives? Just repeated the one of the things you just said. Great, awesome, love that. If I had twos when I was in university, I would have been unstoppable. I could not agree with you more. My only regret with twos is that I wasn't using it sooner. It's fun when we realize that older people have enough experiences to give great advice. Am I old? Am I an older person? Am I the old person in this scenario, Carl? Yep, it was a side project, Renee. And actually, you guys want to hear a little fun story that, I think we're now at liberty to say because, I love giving new and unique information to people who, consistently join the live streams. Parker had to quit, so first and foremost, Parker decided to quit his job at Google to pursue twos. His lifelong dream of building this app and making this app come to fruition came at the expense of a dream job that he ultimately achieved. He left Google in March of 2021 so that he could work on twos full time. Now, the fun part about that I think is a little bit more salacious, he had to report to Google that he had a side project called Twos, and they said you are not allowed to market this tool publicly because it is in direct competition with Keep. Therefore, you gotta keep it as a side project that you don't tell anyone about, and that is ultimately what led him to leave Google to pursue Twos. So a little fun fact about Parker and the history of Twos Baller. No more notebooks, journals, or planners. Yeah, graveyard when you use twos. That's exactly correct. Let's see. I will never stop having a notebook, journal, planner. Oh, I hear you now. I don't disagree. Like, I actually have been missing paper in a little bit of ways, but even if I had paper, I feel like I would just end up taking those things from my notebooks and putting them into twos at the end of the day. I'll explain a little bit about that in just a second here. Nino, welcome to the chat. Dave, here. I use tags for what streaming services, movies, and shows are on. Lisa, that's wonderful. That's a great use of tags. Obviously, you have the option of using smart suggestions if you're interested. Dave is waiting for the big day. An older person was my father. Yep. Very, very bold of Parker to leave Google. Love it. Love it, guys. All right, so let's talk a little bit about that comment from earlier. What makes twos unique? What makes twos better than paper? What makes twos a suitable solution for your productivity and writing things down needs? So I've explained smart suggestions. That's extremely unique to twos and actually something that we're currently getting a patent on. Woohoo! Paperwork. The capture view is somewhat unique to twos in the fact that it is the quickest and easiest place for you to write things down as soon as they pop onto your mind. But there are also features like twos chat. For example, can you give me a TV show recommendation that is sci-fi? You know what? I've got no idea if this is going to work, guys, but let's see. Nice! Okay. All right, so based on your things, my things, this is how twos chat works. We are literally asking a natural language question about my lists and things that exist from within my twos only. It is not going and finding the world's information to then tell me that I should watch Stranger Things, because Stranger Things isn't on my list, right? So let's go back to my TV shows to watch list. You may notice that Dark is actually in my completed section. So, could twos chat have done a little bit better to know that I've already watched that show and therefore I'm not going to watch that show again? Sure. But it did do a good enough job to recognize that I was asking for a TV show recommendation. It actually went to my TV shows to watch list, which is referenced here by the bottom of the chat result. And then it even did well enough to recognize that that was one of the sci-fi shows that I've written down. So let's use another example. What is my blood type? The paramedics are here and I am bleeding out. I think that you can tell, I'm pretty sure you can tell Twos Chat whatever you want because we have a very, very high propensity for privacy and security and everything that you do within Twos being a closed loop system. We're not reading any of your things. We're not reading any of your chat prompts. We're not sending them to anyone. We're not selling them to anyone. The first line of our privacy policy is you own your things. You own your data. You are in control of your own information. We will never impede upon the importance of privacy and security when it comes to writing things down. So let's have a little bit of fun. Let's see if Twos can, yeah. Yeah, I love it. So it answers my question. I am a little upset that it didn't attach my health list to the bottom of the response, but it does answer the question. My blood type is O negative, and I probably should seek immediate medical attention. That is a good point, chat. Last but not least, guys, let's come up with a last example of why Twos Chat is so sick and why it's so important. I am hungry. Give me a restaurant. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm really pushing this to the limit. Give me a restaurant recommendation in Bilbao. Let's see if this works. Okay. I hope you guys are getting as excited as I am. Probably not as excited, but like, come on. Bilbao recommendations, reading my lists, giving me a restaurant in Bilbao, one that I haven't even been to. How cool is that? All right, let's see. Where are we cooking? How we doing? I call my paper my captain's log. I want this now. Stabia, you can have it now, kind of. Dark is great. I loved Dark Nino. I loved it. Crazy Way of Life. What up, what up, what up? I didn't know chat could even potentially do that. So wait, dude, what else can chat do? That is nice. Am I right, guys? First, 1 second ago, we're bleeding out. The other second, we're needing a TV show recommendation, and now we're hungry. Honestly, this is just life. This is life. This is what happens. Let me give you guys one more example, because I just want to express the benefit of using Twos over an alternative. And really, this helps kind of play into our vision for the app. Write more things down. We will help you find them when they're important. So for example, let's say I have a date tonight, right? And I'm going out with Mara. And I know that Mara is going to bring her dog to the bar. Oh, shit. I don't remember Mara's dog's name. What is Mara's dog's name? And wouldn't you guess? Come on, baby. Don't fail me now. You've done a great job. Millie. So quickly finding the information that you're looking for before it happens as quick as possible using Twos Chat. Last one, what is Parker's favorite album? I hope I wrote it in as Parker and not Baller. I mean, guys, come on. He made an update. Parker made an update to Twos Chat. How freaking good is this? Based on your things, Parker's favorite albums include Swimming by Mac Miller, Chanel Orange by Frank Ocean, among others. Here's what I found. Swimming by Mac Miller, Chanel Orange by Frank Ocean. How interesting, it has a list for Parker's favorite albums. Swimming, Chanel Orange. Huh, how crazy is that? And if I wanted to stream it, I just click those little smart suggestions and I go straight to Spotify. my preferred music of choice. That, everyone, is one of the major benefits of writing things down in twos. You know what I want to do now? I want to show you guys the new coins and streak view, because we've added some new customizations. We've added some new things. I've also written 25 things down, which has earned me 25 coins, now sitting at 152,000. Let's take a quick 30 to check the chat. I'm going to do that now. Nino, what? We got to keep things unique. We don't need Parker's Chipotle order every time. Molly, it's Millie. Funny. Yeah, of course, Lisa, it's 100% different person to person because it's reading your things. That's the cool part. Renee, I'm glad that I'm able to teach you something cool and new about twos. All right, so let's quickly go through the new fun zone, guys. Let's talk about a couple of the updates that we've made. So obviously you have your coins, you have your bucks. We've had a lot of questions in the Discord about how to earn each. Let's go through that. You can earn coins by writing things down. So you notice 152,240. I'm going to go back to my capture view and I'm going to say, whoop, click, coin, please. And now that I've written that thing down, now that it's gone to my daily list, I'm going to go back to my fun zone. Oh, I forgot that I already earned all 25. Frick. If I hadn't earned all 25 coins, then I would now have 152,241. The reason that we're doing that is just to prevent spam. You know, write 25 things down a day. It should be relatively easy. There's a lot of things going on every day, 6,000 of them to be exact. So one way to earn coins is through writing things down. Another way to earn coins is by completing the daily clues. So we've used chat, we've gotten those coins. We have not viewed our profile together, but let's do that now. I'm going to click on my profile, and we're going to go take a look at all of the things and lists that I've shared or published at one point in my life. I don't know why it's taking so long, but you'll notice my beautiful cover photo here, my profile image, my username. Yeah, I'm Joe. Kind of a big deal. The day that I joined Twos, my biography, how many followers, people I'm following, lists and things that I've published. And then all of my lists and all of my things. Profile. Woohoo! Let's go back. So we have used chat, we have viewed our profile, and now let's publish a thing. So if I go to my daily list, I'm going to find a thing that I want to share, and it is going to be this thing. My favorite fast. I actually found this on, I think, TikTok. And the truth is that I have not yet had a chance to organize it into a place that I want it, nor have I had an opportunity to edit it into a way that makes it a little bit easier to digest and read. But just for the sake of this example, we're going to go ahead and select that thing by tapping on the dot on the right-hand side, and we're going to publish it, and we earn our coins, and we go back to our fun zone, and we will realize that now all of our daily clues are complete. We have earned those extra 20 coins, and we collect a buck. Woohoo! Buck collected. Other ways to earn coins, and then let's talk about what you do with coins and bucks. Invite friends, get coins, and a buck. I've referred 1,000 friends. Here's a little fun fact. You don't even need to necessarily tell people in person about Twos. You can just click the share referral button, and then you can message it to people, you can tweet it, you can journal it, you can save it to your files, you can share your referral link anywhere, including on blogs. I used to be a big blogger. That's how I achieved my 1,000 referrals. And then yeah, for every referral that joins, you get coins and a buck. So let's talk about those coins and bucks and why they're significant. Now, with coins, we have all of these wonderful customizations. The ability to update your wallpaper, shout out Nino for these beautiful designs. the ability to update your app icon with themed icons, standard icons, colored icons. You'll notice all of the coin values here at the bottom. If we go to see all, you'll also have the ability to update your confetti. You have the ability to update your bookmark colors. And you kind of get the idea. Your completion sounds, my personal favorite and current, I believe, is fart. It is so much fun getting a middle finger emoji confetti and fart sound when I complete my things. And that's a general overview of customizations. Use coins to unlock customizations to make your twos experience your own. And then otherwise, with bucks, you have the ability of unlocking premium features like Ramble AI, customizing your Remember view, changing your default thing type, whatever it is that you want to add in terms of functionality to your twos, this is what gives you the ability to do just that. We'll be coming out with new features constantly. We'll be coming up with more ways to use your bucks and coins. For example, streak saves and streak freezes. But if you are not interested in following any of those games, as they call them, you can choose to subscribe to Twos Plus, which is $4.99 a month and possibly getting increased to not $4.99 a month. So be on the lookout for that. But the good news is that you guys know there is an unlimited amount of coins and bucks that you can earn, so you never have to subscribe. If you don't want to support us, if you don't want to help C2s become the best app that it possibly can be, then don't subscribe. We don't want you to if you don't want to. So you also have the option of topping up your coins and bucks by buying individual packs. This is probably getting an upgrade to price. These are probably getting an upgrades to price. We also are considering doing a coin and buck refresh, just so that everybody is starting from zero again. It's difficult because I know that a lot of people have a lot of value around their coins and bucks, but you will keep in mind that in terms of these features and clues and things, it's fun to play the game. So we're still making decisions there. The last thing that I wanted to show you guys on this view that we've now since updated is my stats. So why I'm talking about my stats now is that related to the chat. You know, I've written down 147,000 things on 1,846 days in 4,353 lists, yet chat is still able to find me the information that I need quickly. I have my bookmarks, my stars, my to-dos, my views, my referrals, my followers, my following, my coins, my total lifetime coins, and just other little things, guys. I'm currently on a 1,600-day streak. Not planning on letting that go anytime soon because I love writing things down. And I write things down all the time. We may bring back leaderboards. We may bring back badges. We may bring back a lot of stuff to the Fun Zone. But why do I keep talking about the damn Fun Zone? Because we want you to have a positive relationship with writing things down. That's it. We just want people to write more things down so they get more benefit out of writing things down, so they understand the potential of writing things down, and so that you can also remember more things, right? So here in our Remember view is where things are automatically resurfaced that may ultimately benefit your life. You've got your memory of the day, you've got your upcoming reminders, you've got your recent lists, you've got your memories. I caught a falling woman on an escalator in Madrid when our other friends started falling. Why did I write that down? Because I want to remember it. It was a hero moment of my life. She was literally falling down a 20-foot escalator, and I saved her. I'm a good guy. I do good guy things, and I write those things down. Here's another thing from a month ago. Plurbius, if anybody's watching at home, which as a matter of fact, I think I have a new episode tonight. Episode 2, they landed in Bilbao. That's where I live. So for one of the biggest and most popular TV shows in the world right now to have chosen Bilbao, of all places, to record an episode, made me feel really special. And then obviously I've got all my to-dos. Don't read that one, but you get the idea. And my stars. That's your remember view. We're constantly looking to improve the remember view, but the idea of the remember view is to help you resurface things that you may would have otherwise forgotten. This helps me bring up one more very important piece of twos that I'm excited to share with you guys in this very moment. And then I'm going to take 30 to check the chat, see if anybody has any questions, see if anybody has any thoughts, see if anybody wants to say that they hate my guts. This feels to me to be the best explanation of why twos exists, what is significant about it, why we think that it has the opportunity of doing great things. We want twos to be the fastest place to capture anything on your mind. Keep those things organized and resurface them when they matter. Let's just take a second to process that. Quickly capture, easily organized, smart resurfacing. Because when you are able to remember the things that you've written down, the things that you want to do, the things that you've experienced, the things that you've thought, the things that you have said, then you will just ultimately live a better life. That's just a fact. Our brains are not designed to store all of our memories. With twos, you can quickly write anything down, keep those things organized, and bring them back up when they matter. Our vision is a world where writing things down is the most obvious way to remember, and twos becomes a living library of everything you've captured and others have shared. So we haven't really gotten a whole lot of time to talk about twos world, but allow me to quickly give you an introduction. With information, especially categorized or compartmentalized information, there also is a huge benefit to sharing those things with other people. So for example, if I open Twos Baller's current books list, I might be inspired to read one of these things myself, right? Or I can even look at the list and see his book notes, which I am not sure if they're coming through right now or if I'm experiencing another bug. This could just be a private list. Yeah. So what is shared and available for us is the book titles. These are obviously lists of his personal notes, and then smart suggestions come into place when it comes to wanting to buy that book. Lastly, you can share individual things. So for example, my favorite fast that I shared a little bit ago. And now with twos, when you like a thing, right, it'll give you the option of saving that thing to your capture view. So you'll notice the icon here matches the icon here. This thing would then go onto my capture view and also give me the ability to like it, to give credit for it. That is the ultimate end result that we have envisioned for twos, because information is worth sharing, valuable information is worth discovering, and twos can be a living library of all of the things that you want to learn and remember and do. All right, let's take 30. Check the chat. What's going on, guys? Renee, why is the icon green now? To be honest, this dumb brain. So if you don't like that, here's the thought process behind the icon. So in case anybody's curious, here is what I have suggested for our icon. I wanted to add color so that it pops on your screen. This is what maybe a lot of people would expect our current icon to be, but I have made the suggestion for it to be green so that it pops off of your screen. And if you don't like that for whatever reason, you obviously have the quick and easy ability to change your icon to whatever it is that you want it to be. So that's the reason that it's green. Ali says that the reason that she chooses twos over everything is because it's the one place you can throw anything and everything into quickly, then organize later. Exactly. Throw those things in here, figure out where they belong after the fact. Nino's probably making a joke about some toast or some clue. Confetti, absolutely. Fart, I also use fart. I love fart. Santa twos, love that. Do I know anyone who has over 200,000 things? No, I believe that Baller has about 175,000 things. Should we go try and find Baller? Can we find Baller? Do we know where Baller is? Can we find him? Do we know him? Let's find him. How many things do you have, Baller? I know that he moved this into the fun zone, so it'll be interesting to see if it's also available on his profile. Leaderboards would be fun. Agreed. All right, let's see. Are his stats still here? No. It's looking like no. Okay. Wait. No. Yeah, no, I don't think I know anybody with 200,000 things. Leaderboards, agree. Bilbo, Nino, how sick was that? Started watching because of Bilbo. I love it. So yeah, I mean, for the few people that don't really mind a spoiler, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you have not watched this is not a big spoiler at all, but it is a spoiler. So spoiler alert for Plurbius. If you don't want to hear a spoiler, then put me on mute right now. This is just for Renee and Nino and anyone else who's gotten through episode 2 of Plurbius. Of all the places in the world that they could have landed, right? Because the entire world has now got this thing. Bilbo. Do you know how sick that was? Like, they were like, okay, what is the centralmost, best place for us to all go to have this meetup? Bilbo. That was sick. All right. Done. Done spoiling. You can unmute Carl. Plurbius has been awesome. It's been awesome. Carl, and you'll love episode 2, man. All right, guys, I think that is going to be a majority of what I wanted to share here in today's live demo. If there's any other questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, this will be our last live demo before the holidays. I'm taking next Wednesday off. Let's take a look at that now. Wednesday the 24th, Christmas Eve, the day before my 30th birthday. No big deal. Something to remember. 30th birthday on the 25th. Maybe something that you would want to write down. But yeah, we're going to take next Wednesday off. We're probably going to take the 31st off too because it's New Year's Eve. I might be back. I might be down to clown a little bit. But most importantly, guys, you may or may not have noticed that in a lot of regards, New Twos is here. It's here, it's good, it's functional, it's smooth, it's clean. It's doing everything that we always imagined that it could and would. And so we're really, really excited to fully release this in a relatively short timeline. The difficult part for us now is just making sure that everybody's prepared for the transition. So new emails, new App Store presence, new social accounts, new. A moment for my free time and peace of mind. But the good news is that I have twos to write all of these things down all the time. Woo! All right, guys. Thank you so much again. Renee, love to hear that this was a good episode. Love to hear that this was a good live stream. I really, really do appreciate you guys all for joining. I love the fact that you're continuing to learn new things about twos. And my goal, without any shadow of a doubt, is to make it so that people don't have to learn. Make it so that people don't have to learn anything new. It is all just readily available to you and easy to accomplish. So that's what we're still currently doing with twos. I look forward to more opportunities to make this experience better, faster, smarter, funner for everybody. Make sure to share this video with your friends, family, coworkers, anyone who you think could benefit from twosApp.com, writethingsdown.com. And until next time, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all of those who celebrate, Happy Hanukkah. I think I'm missing a couple of them. But yeah, you get the Kwanzaa. I think that's around this time. Most importantly, Happy Tuesday. Write more things down. And I'll see you soon. Mwah. Love you all. Adios.